What if your blood sugar problems aren't just related to sugar? That's right. You're counting carbs, you're checking your glucose, you even try to eat healthy, and yet the numbers don't budge. The fatigue does not go away. What if the main problem is inflammation? Quiet, he's sneaky, and every day it gradually worsens things in your body. And here's the trick. Many diabetics unknowingly feed this inflammation with daily food. Yes, foods that seem safe, even the healthy ones. In fact, it can fuel a fever that raises your blood sugar, damages your nerves, and stresses your heart. But here's the good news. There are natural, healing foods that do the opposite. In this video, we will list the top 5 anti-inflammatory foods that every diabetic should eat, not just to lower blood sugar, but to protect your entire body from the inside out. These are not weird, hard-to-find superfoods. These are real, simple ingredients that are supported by science, and they can be easily added to your daily life. Now ask yourself, why is my blood sugar high, Joel, even when I eat clean? Why am I tired, even when I'm sleeping well? What if there is a missing piece that no one has told me about? It could be the missing piece, because lowering blood sugar is not about doing more. Let's talk about something almost no one tells diabetics. Your biggest blood sugar enemy may not be sugar. It may be inflammation. Sounds weird, right? But here's the science. When your body is inflamed internally, it becomes insulin resistant. And when that happens, it doesn't matter how clean you eat, how much you exercise, or how many medications you take. Your blood sugar stays high. So what causes this hidden inflammation? Here's the scary part. It's not just injury or illness. Stress, poor sleep, processed foods, and yes, even some of the healthy foods you're told to eat. Now here's where it gets even worse. Inflammation doesn't just mess with your numbers. It attacks your heart, it damages your nerves, it puts your kidneys at risk, and it gradually erodes your energy, your mood, and even your hope. But before you get overwhelmed, let's get to the bright side. There is a way out, because some foods fuel inflammation while others fight it. Natural, powerful anti-inflammatory foods that not only calm your body, but also balance your blood sugar, increase insulin sensitivity, and protect your organs. And you don't have to be a chef. You don't need expensive supplements, just delicious ingredients that you can find at any grocery store every day. Here's a question I want you to think about. What if food was your most powerful medicine? Imagine waking up with more energy. Imagine looking at your glucose monitor and seeing progress. Imagine taking control without relying on pills. It all starts with what's on your plate. Here's a food that's really good on our list. A food that's been praised for centuries, and yet many diabetics still ignore it. Trust me, you'll want to make room for this in your kitchen. Number 5, turmeric. What if we told you that a humble yellow spice sitting quietly in your kitchen cabinet could help reduce blood sugar, fight chronic inflammation, and even rival the effects of some diabetes medications? Meet turmeric, also known as the golden healer. Turmeric isn't just popular in trendy health cafes or exotic dishes. It's been used for thousands of years in Ayurvedic and traditional medicine, and now modern science is catching up. The magic lies in curcumin, the active compound in turmeric. According to a study published in Diabetes Care, curcumin supplementation significantly improved insulin sensitivity and beta cell function in pre-diabetic individuals. So much so that it prevented progression to type 2 diabetes in over 16% of cases. That's not folk medicine, that's data. Another meta-analysis in the Journal of Medicinal Food showed that curcumin reduces systemic inflammation by lowering CRP, C-reactive protein, TNF-alpha, and IL-6, 3 major markers linked with diabetic complications like nephropathy and neuropathy. But turmeric doesn't stop at blood sugar. It also supports liver function, reduces oxidative stress, and may protect your pancreatic beta cells, the very cells that produce insulin. So how do you get the most out of this golden powerhouse? Here's the key. Curcumin on its own has low bioavailability, which means your body struggles to absorb it. But when you add just a pinch of black pepper, the absorption rate skyrockets by over 2,000% thanks to a compound called piperine, a tiny addition with a massive impact. You can sip it in turmeric tea, add it to soups, lentils, roasted veggies, or even mix a little into your morning smoothie. It's gentle, earthy, and deeply healing. So the next time you reach for turmeric, remember, you're not just seasoning your food, you're seasoning your health. It's one more step toward controlling inflammation, one more step toward reversing insulin resistance, one more step toward taking your life back. And the best part, we're only just getting started. Coming up next, a food so powerful, it's been dubbed nature's aspirin for its ability to calm inflammation and support cardiovascular health. Curious? Let's keep going. Number 4. Ginger, anti-inflammatory root. After turmeric, it's only natural that we move on to its equally powerful partner, ginger, the delicious root that has been healing the body and calming inflammation for centuries. But don't let its spicy flavor fool you. Ginger isn't just good for flavor, it's also incredibly good for your blood sugar and overall metabolic health. Let's look at the science. In a 2015 study published in the Iranian Journal of Pharmaceutical Research, the researchers gave people with type 2 diabetes 2 grams of ginger powder daily for 12 weeks. The results? Significant reductions in fasting blood sugar, HbA1c levels, apolipoprotein B, and markers of oxidative stress. This translates to lower blood sugar spikes and better protection against diabetic complications. How does it work? The power of ginger comes from its bioactive compounds, specifically gingerols and shogols. These compounds help reduce inflammatory cytokines like TNF-alpha and IL-6, which are elevated in cases of insulin resistance and chronic metabolic stress. Translation? Ginger calms the internal fire that silently damages cells, nerves, and blood vessels over time. But there's more. Some evidence also suggests that ginger may increase insulin sensitivity by activating AMP-activated protein kinase, AMPK, an enzyme called the body's metabolic master switch. When AMPK is turned on, it promotes glucose uptake, fat burning, and better energy regulation, all of which are crucial for people with diabetes. And the best part? Ginger is easy to use. Make a warm ginger tea by brewing it with fresh slices and a squeeze of lemon. Add ground ginger to smoothies, sautés, soups, or even bake it into healthy treats. Want to dig deeper? Combine ginger and turmeric in a tea. They work synergistically, providing a powerful antioxidant boost while also boosting its anti-inflammatory effects. Remember, diabetes management isn't just about what you cut out. It's about what you add in. And adding ginger is a simple, affordable, and delicious way to support your body from the inside out. So, if your blood sugar has been on a downward spiral lately, or inflammation is quietly taking hold, this root could be just the thing your routine is missing. And the journey doesn't end there. Next up, a powerful fruit with deep red leaves and even deeper health benefits. It's been used for generations to support heart health and naturally lower blood pressure. Stay tuned, because what happens next might surprise you. Number 3. Leafy Greens, unsung heroes. You've heard about cinnamon, turmeric, ginger, but now it's time to shine a light on the silent champions of blood sugar control, leafy greens. They may not be flashy, they may not be trending on social media, but when it comes to fighting inflammation and balancing glucose, spinach, kale, collard greens, and Swiss chard are some of the most powerful tools in your diabetic toolbox. Let's start with what makes them so effective. Leafy greens are low in carbs and calories, but high in fiber, magnesium, vitamin K, and antioxidants, all of which directly support blood sugar regulation and help reduce inflammation at the cellular level. Take magnesium, for example. According to studies published in Diabetes Care, magnesium deficiency is linked to insulin resistance and higher fasting glucose levels. Leafy greens help naturally replenish this mineral and support insulin function without supplements. Then there's lutein, zeaxanthin, and beta-carotene, 3 antioxidant compounds found in dark green vegetables that help fight oxidative stress and protect against diabetic retinopathy, a common complication of long-term high blood sugar. Fiber also plays a major role. Soluble fiber in green vegetables slows the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream, preventing post-meal blood sugar spikes and keeping energy steady throughout the day. But that's not all. These green vegetables are alkaline-forming, which can help balance pH in the body and reduce chronic inflammation. And when your internal environment is less acidic, everything from your immune response to your insulin signaling works more efficiently. Here's a pro tip. Pair your leafy greens with a healthy fat like olive oil or avocado. Why? Because fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K need fat to be absorbed properly. A drizzle of olive oil on steamed spinach not only adds flavor, it also increases nutrient absorption and makes the meal more filling. Still not convinced? Consider this. A 2010 study in the BMJ found that eating just 1.5 servings of leafy greens a day significantly reduced the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. So if you're looking for a simple, affordable, and powerful addition to your daily routine, these unsung heroes are for you. Because sometimes the most powerful medicines grow silently, leaf by leaf. Number 2. Berries, nature's sweet medicine. Sweet, colourful, and full of flavour, berries may be the most surprising weapon in your anti-inflammatory, blood sugar balancing arsenal. Strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. They're so much more than just a healthy dessert. They're nutritional powerhouses packed with antioxidants, fibre, and compounds that directly fight the inflammation and insulin resistance that make diabetes so dangerous. Let's break it down. First, there are anthocyanins, the pigments that give berries their deep red, blue, and purple hues. These powerful antioxidants have been shown in numerous clinical studies to reduce insulin resistance, lower blood sugar spikes, and even improve insulin secretion after meals. A groundbreaking study, published in the Journal of Nutrition, found that people who ate just 2 servings of blueberries per day for 6 weeks experienced a significant improvement in insulin sensitivity, especially in people with insulin resistance or metabolic syndrome. And here's the kicker. Most fruits are extremely low on the glycemic index, GI. That means they won't spike your blood sugar, making them a safe and smart choice for diabetics looking to satisfy their sweet tooth without feeling guilty or hurting. But the magic doesn't stop there. Fruits are also packed with vitamin C, which plays a role in reducing inflammation and improving endothelial function. That's the lining of your blood vessels. Better vascular health equals a lower risk of complications like diabetic neuropathy and retinopathy. They also support gut health. Their high fiber content feeds the good bacteria in your microbiome, supporting better digestion, stronger immunity, and more stable glucose levels. Still thinking fruits are off limits for diabetics? Think again. When you choose the right fruits, you're not just enjoying a delicious snack. You're nourishing your cells, protecting your organs, and creating a daily habit that promotes healing from the inside out. Here's a pro tip. Pair your fruit with a handful of nuts or Greek yogurt. The combination of fiber, protein, and healthy fats will slow digestion even further and prolong the blood sugar benefits. One more thing. Berries are accessible. Fresh, frozen, or even freeze-dried. No matter how you choose to consume them, the benefits continue. They're portable, versatile, and can be used in smoothies, oatmeal, salads, or just a handful. So the next time you're reaching for something sweet, reach for nature's medicine cabinet. Berries don't just taste good, they're good. Number 1. Yes, we finally reached number 1 on our list. Keep your ears open, focus on us. Because it is not an exaggeration to say that oily fish can be one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory foods in the world. And for diabetics, it is not only helpful, but also a sine qua non. We're talking about salmon, mackerel, sardines, and herring, which are rich in omega-3 fatty acids such as EPA and DHA. These healthy fats not only reduce inflammation, they help your body to heal at the cellular level. Let's get into science. A 2019 meta-analysis published in Nutrients found that omega-3 supplements significantly reduce C-reactive protein, an important marker of systemic inflammation. High CRP in diabetes patients is directly linked to complications such as cardiovascular disease, neuropathy, and kidney damage. In other words, reducing inflammation isn't just about feeling better. It's about preventing the worst outcomes. Omega-3s also play a direct role in improving insulin sensitivity. In fact, a study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology found that people who regularly ate oily fish had lower fasting blood sugar and A1C levels compared to those who did not eat. But wait, there's more. Oily fish are also excellent sources of high-quality protein and vitamin D, which support November muscle health, immune regulation, and glucose metabolism. Now let's talk about the heart. Diabetes significantly increases your risk of heart disease. What about omega-3s? It lowers triglyceride levels, improves HDL cholesterol, and even helps to lower blood pressure. And here's something you didn't know. Omega-3s are also neuroprotective. This means that they help protect your brain and nervous system from oxidative stress, which can lead to diabetic nerve damage and cognitive decline. So how much should you eat? Aim to eat 2 to 3 servings of oily fish per week, grilled and baked in the oven. Just skip the frying. The goal is not to harm, but to heal. If you follow a plant-based diet or have a fish allergy, don't worry. Seaweed oil supplements can provide similar benefits. Just make sure they are rich in EPA and DHA. The result? Oily fish is not just food. It is a secret medicine and offers 3 anti-inflammatory, blood sugar stabilizing, and heart protective powers. The next time you're planning dinner, ask yourself this: is there room on my plate for something that could really change my health? Because sometimes healing begins with a simple choice from the sea. You know what to eat now, but do you know when to eat them? See, when it comes to fighting inflammation and managing diabetes, it's not just what you put on your plate, it's when you put it on your plate. Because your body operates on rhythms, hormonal cycles, circadian clocks. Even your insulin response follows a daily pattern. Let's start with the morning, the beginning of your blood sugar journey. Start your day intentionally. A warm cup of ginger or turmeric tea isn't just relaxing, it's strategic. These teas calm your gut, lower cortisol level, and prepare your cells to process glucose effectively. Studies show that consuming anti-inflammatory compounds like curcumin or gingerol early in the day can increase insulin sensitivity by up to 20%. Mid-morning? That's when most people experience their first drop in blood sugar. Fruits come into play: strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, rich in polyphenols and fiber. When eaten as a mid-morning snack, they act as a blood sugar buffer. In one clinical trial, participants who ate fruit between meals saw a 24% reduction in glucose spikes. Just a handful is enough. No need for sugar-laden granola or cream. Now, let's move on to lunch. This is where leafy greens shine. Spinach, kale, arugula, these are your energy boosters. When paired with lean protein or a complex carbohydrate, leafy greens slow digestion, regulate glucose release, and keep your afternoon slump in check. Researchers at the University of Leicester found that 1.5 servings of green vegetables a day may reduce your risk of type 2 diabetes by 14%. As the day draws to a close, your body goes into repair mode. This is where fatty fish, rich in omega-3s, come into play. Salmon for dinner isn't just delicious, it's also healing. The anti-inflammatory effects of DHA and EPA in oily fish support endothelial health, improve lipid profiles, and aid cell renewal during the night. Including omega-3s with your dinner also improves sleep quality by boosting melatonin production, which is vital for glucose control. But don't eat randomly. Create a rhythm. Make it a habit. Let your meals flow with your body's natural energy curve. Think of food as information, not fuel. When you eat is as important as what you eat. Even the best foods lose some of their power if you miss the timing. So keep this in mind. Healing isn't just in the food, it's in the routine. Morning, noon, night. Anti-inflammatory living is a daily rhythm, not a random act. Give your body what it needs, when it needs it, and watch how these small changes start to add up to big results. Because when your food works in harmony with your metabolism, your body starts to heal. Managing diabetes isn't about chasing perfection. It's about building momentum, one smart choice at a time. Every anti-inflammatory food you add to your day is more than just a health gesture. It's a message to your body: I care, I'm taking control. You're not expected to overhaul your life overnight. Real change happens in small, consistent steps. A handful of fruit, a cup of ginger tea, a bowl of greens. These simple choices create a rhythm that replaces stress with power and fear with freedom. You've already taken the most powerful step of all. You've trained yourself. Now, you're not just hoping for better days, you're creating them. Because when you show up for your body shows up for you. And that's the real power behind anti-inflammatory living. Not perfection. You're in the know now. 5 anti-inflammatory foods, each backed by science, tested by tradition, and powerful enough to change your blood sugar, your energy, and your future. But knowledge alone doesn't create change, it creates action. Here's your challenge. Don't wait for the perfect time. Start small. Start now. Choose just one of these foods this week. Add it to your breakfast, add it to your dinner. Make it a part of your routine. Because when you do, you're telling your body, I'm not giving up. I'm rising. You've come this far. You've dug deeper, yarned what really works. You've chosen to take control instead of letting diabetes control you. That's power. That's courage. What about your future self? They're already proud of you, so don't stop there. Let today be the day you stop dealing with diabetes and start managing it. And if this video gave you clarity, confidence, or at least some hope, do something simple but effective. Hit the like button, subscribe to Diabetes Journal, ring the bell so you never miss a chance to get stronger. Because it's not just about food, it's about freedom. Let's keep healing. One choice, one bite, one step at a time.